Good morning. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. So guys, as I said the other day, I am requesting prayer just for me to be able to make right decisions with things that I have, with big decisions that I have coming up. I want, sometimes when you have so much on your plate or so many decisions to make, you want to ensure that you're not making emotional decisions. You want to make sure you're not making hasty decisions. You want to ensure that everything is being seen as it should be seen and that there's nothing that I'm missing. And so those are the things that I'm asking you all for. God has been amazing. God has been good. He has been a source of strength for me over the last few years. He's been there for me, period, from the beginning of time. But sometimes it takes us a while to really realize that God is at work. Sometimes we just go through life every day and we can miss so many of the little things that the Lord does for us. And we're focusing on what we're still waiting for or what did not work out. But God has been amazing. And so when I say over the last few years, it's not that the Lord has not been doing a lot for me, more and that I could ever ask or think, but just reaching those moments where you're stopping to smell the roses. Let's put it like that. Where you're really paying attention. We begin to really see that God has been doing a lot and going past the basics of waking up to say your prayers and gracing your food and going to church and reading your Bible and doing all these different things. Those things can be done on autopilot, right? And then suddenly, but while you're doing all those things, you're not really slowing down to really look at your life and see that where God has been there. And that's probably why a lot of times we can get discouraged, because we are looking at the things that He has not done, or the disappointment, the hurt, the pain. And so therefore we see all those things and then we just think, God doesn't like me. Look at all this that's going on. And oftentimes we're missing the things that He has done. I've given examples in the past of a lot of times we don't realize that sometimes we could be right in line with a kidnapper or a serial killer. A lot of times we are not going to be aware of what's going on in our body, where there may have been an aneurysm, a blood clot of sort that God dissolved and you're not aware of it. Where God kept your children, something was supposed to happen, something was being plotted and planned, but God allowed that situation not to work out. You never heard of it. You didn't know what was going on. Your child doesn't even know. You know how in the Bible where it was, I believe it was either Jeremiah or Isaiah. Remember how they were plotting against him? They were upset with him and they were plotting against him, but the Lord was protecting him. Even when he didn't even know what was going on, but God was covering him. A lot of times those are the little things that we don't see. Those are the things we are not really aware of. We're not really paying attention to. We don't realize that the reason why our house hasn't gone up in flames, something was going on with the stove or the oven, these things, and God allowed that. He took care of it. The angels of the Lord took care of those things. Those are the type of things, guys, that we may not notice. And so I'm thankful for that. And I'm aware of the power of prayer. And I'm just asking you guys for that. I'm no Lone Ranger out here. I'm no Wyatt Earp. But I need your prayers, please, so that I will continue to make the right decisions and the Lord will cover me. I pray that you guys will for his hedge of protection around me, because something that I feel in my spirit is that even as progressing and you're doing things and you're making progress, while there are those who will praise you, there are also those who are envious, those who are watching, but they are jealous, and those who are there, but it's not for your good. And there are individuals that will take steps to do things, to sabotage, to hurt, even pray against you. So I just pray, guys, for discernment and the hedge of protection around me and my household. I'm asking for y'all to pray for me that I'll continue to be strengthened in the things of God, that He'll see about the things of my household and my family, and that I will experience His favor in these decisions that I have coming up pretty quickly, because I'm telling you, they're coming up pretty quickly, and that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and that I will not lose my fire for the Lord. Thank you all so much for being here. Those of you that do pray for me, I thank you so much for your kindness. I'm thankful to those of you who have reached out to me. Maybe you've shot me an email. Those of you who pray for me and I'm not even aware that you are, I appreciate those comments of encouragement. It really, really helps. And I think that's really all. Oh, and do you remember the other day when I was telling you all about that drama that happened where I said I almost lost my cool? And I was writing that review and I was just like, oh, take that. If you haven't seen it, looked at it. It says I almost lost my cool. The thumbnail is of a person, in a martial arts stance. Funny. The Lord gave me another way to deal with that situation. Didn't need to leave a review, but He gave me another way to deal with it that was on a much more professional level. Let's just call it like a board level. It was a lot more paperwork, a lot more time, a lot more stamps. Well, not a lot more stamps, but got to take a trip to the post office and do all those things and send things certified. But it's going to be a lot more effective than what I was doing at the time. So you see, God always has a way of dealing with things. All right. Thank you guys so much. God bless you.